Alright, everyone. We're back. It's been a little while. I got a little bit of stuff done yesterday after the stream. As you see, our little lava farm is now gone. Replaced with a nice little windowed area. And yeah, so I did just a little bit of work off camera. I just thought I'd get that done just so it'd be out of the way for today. Yeah, it's just something to do while the yesterday's VOD uploaded, so that's pretty good. And let me see here. Yeah, so I flattened it out real quick, just made it so it wouldn't be all icky back here anymore. Then down here, this is all remaining the same. I might move this. I haven't decided exactly yet. But yeah, so how this is working now is I hypercubed the energy storage. And from that hypercube, it is connected with a laser IO interdimensional connector, or whatever the gold connector is, and that just has an energy card on that side, and then it poops it over here into a cube, because this doesn't store energy and this doesn't store energy. This has to store energy for it. For some reason, I could not get the integrated dynamics energy battery to output energy to a cable. So instead, I'm using the energy cube, which works just fine. But yeah, so that's kind of our buffer for our base. And yeah, so that's all of our power going everywhere over here again. Like I said, I might move this at some point, just so it's not in our way anymore. But it is going to stay here just for right now, I suppose. But yeah, so that is the new energy setup. Energy being produced is over here. So we load up in here. As you can see, this is a larger setup than before as well. I think I estimated we're making roughly 1,300 RF or FE a tick right now. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on passive energy right now, which is awesome. And then yeah, there's that advanced laser connector that's interdimensional. So. But yeah, so that is just how that setup works. If we want to expand on this, I mean, we definitely can. You know, this only takes up what? I could easily do a setup here. So I could do one there. I could potentially alternate because of how the lava bits work. I could potentially do... Ooh, I could potentially do a bigger setup by well, not a bigger setup, it'd be less efficient, but by alternating lava columns, I guess yeah, it'd be a little bit less. But like basically, I could almost nearly do a like every other block could be a heat gen if we really wanted it to be, which it'd be kind of insane, but we could technically do that. But I'm not going to get that crazy with this. I think just the one wall I think is enough for passive gen. And if we need more power, we can actually probably put the other power producers in here if we really wanted. Just have all our power in a cube might not be a bad idea. But yeah, no. As of right now, that is more than enough power for our needs, so I'm not too worried about it. As far as stuff that goes over here, maybe I do put the ore setup over here so we can at least watch it run, because right now it is just kind of down here. Having said all that though, we do have some plans for today. So to get into the all the mods part of the pack for the all the mods ore, we do need to go to another bastion to get netherite templates, and then we can kind of get into the all the mods stuff. The other bit would be setting up a canola power farm, which we don't really need it right now. And then also maybe do some AE stuff so we can actually fully automate our whatchamacallits over here. Yes, the slime balls into the mob essences, basically. Or mob sulfurs, I should say. Niters, sulfurs, whatever there are. Too many things. But yeah, that might be the other plan today, is to do the mob niters. Which would be a little bit of AE, which means I guess I could do the video recording for that. I'm just trying to think how I want to go about this. Because we'd want the molecular assembler from AE, which means we do need to get a little bit of AE running. How do I even get into this mod now? Okay, it is the same. Gee. Wait, how do you get Fluix dust normally? Oh, just from that. Okay, that's kind of dumb. Okay, so Certus. Oh, right, we have to do the whole. Okay, AE has become annoying at this point. Although we do have a flawless. We have a flawless budding Certus quartz, which is nice. And then we have a damaged one and a chipped one. If I do that, no, come on. Gee. Certus quartz buds will sprout from budding Certus blocks. Similar to amethyst, these are found in meteorites. There's 4 types of blocks: flawless, flawed, chipped, and damaged. They can be most easily identified with a mod like whatever it is, or the F3 screen, right? With flawed, chipped, and damaged budding, every time a bud grows by another stage, the budding block has a chance to degrade by 1 tier. Eventually, you turn it into a plain Certus quartz block. Flawless budding Certus will not degrade from growing buds and act as an infinite source, which is what I want to use. If they're broken with a regular pickaxe, budding Certus blocks degrade by 1 tier, which is why I put it in the cardboard box. If broken with pickaxe, enchanted with silk touch, they will not degrade. Oh, okay, that's cool. Unless they were flawless. Oh, unless they were flawless. Oh. Cannot be picked up and moved with pickaxe. Instead, spatial storage can be used to cut and paste the flawless building blocks around. Aha! Cardboard boxes for the win, as usual. Alright, cool. So that's a good way to do that. Oh, so you can charge them up a tier at a time, which is something we could automate if we needed to, but we don't have to because of this. So don't worry about that, which is kind of nice. Having done all that, though, we do need. What is the accelerator? ACC. Quantum computer accelerator? No, I want the other accelerator. Growth accelerator, yeah. Massively accelerates the growth of Certus or amethyst. Ah, okay, cool. When placed adjacent to the budding block. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, so this is literally what the pedestal fertilizer does. It does this by applying random ticks to the adjacent blocks in addition to the random ticks that happen naturally. In theory, this means one accelerator should make things grow 90 times faster than normal, and the effect stacks additively. All right, this is my type of block. This is the new pedestals fertilizer right here. That's what this is. Not as good as a pedestals fertilizer for sure, but it is definitely the same thing. And that's why you have to place this next to the budding block and not the quartz itself, because the budding block is what ticks, which that makes sense. All right, so this actually might be a better way to produce Certus quartz and regular amethyst quartz, which might just straight up replace our current Salamonic system. Like this whole conversion here, outside of that, but like this whole bit could theoretically go away if we bump up amethyst production. So, how do you make this? Fluix block? Okay. Actually, that is fairly simple. Alright, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down for that. So, with all that said, how do we tell something to only break the top tier of an amethyst crystal? See, that's the thing, is in pedestals, it's very easy. You just select what block you want and it does it. But I don't know if that's how that works for other things or not. It might be, though. That might be how that works. Might just have to let it grow a full bit. Okay, so I need searches. I'm getting really tired of not being able to pull items out occasionally. Oh. Cool. Alright. That's done there. What the frick is going on here? Shy, what are you doing? Alright. Alright. I won't ask. Oh, that book is for me? Oh, thank you. Ooh, where'd it go? Oh, I know where it went. It got sucked up. Okay. Chat at home. Right. Shy was working on some special stuff. It's chat at home. What? I don't understand what that is. Oh, really? Is that a thing? Oh, mine is a bit low. So can we have Twitch chat? No, we have Twitch chat at home. Twitch chat at home. I don't. What? I don't like an on-screen thing. What is Twitter? I don't understand. Twitch Chat at Home refers to a live chat feature on Twitch streaming platform that allows viewers to interact with each other and the streamer in real time while watching a stream from the comfort of their own home. Essentially creating a virtual community where people can chat and engage with the content being broadcast. I mean, I'll have to look it up, I guess. I have no idea, Shay. I've never heard of this before. Maybe I've experienced it, but I don't know. I didn't know there's a follower limit. How did I set? I don't even know how I set that up. Is that a moderation thing? Bum 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 bum. Chat verification. All chatters must have a verified email. Some chatters must have verified phone number. I don't. What? I'm not very confused. Oh, I know what's the issue with the you can't chat. Interesting. Well, no. Huh. That's very curious. Audio was just low because I wasn't talking as loud, I believe. So, chat verification settings. You have to have a verified email, which seems reasonable. I think most sites require it, most of them anyway. But then I guess I have phone verification on, which I guess theoretically could could be off. Um, but I don't have any like follower requirements. It's mainly just if you don't have a verified phone number, the account just has to be a week old. But wait, follower mode. What? Follower mode? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll shut that off. I did not realize that was on. That would explain it. I'm sorry, Shy. I don't know if that will take place immediately or if that will take place after a bit of time. I did not realize that follower only mode. What the hell? I did not realize that. That is insane. Okay. Wow. That is good to know. Thank you so much. Alright. Cool. Alright. I guess I will have to ask. Actually, is there a way? Can I incognito myself? Okay. It doesn't say follower mode anymore, so maybe that's fine now. I guess we'll see. Okay. Anywho. What was I doing before I got distracted there? Wait. Okay. I forgot what I was doing. There we go. I take that out now. Okay, so I guess first of all, audio's still low, can barely hear you. Not sure if that's something you can fix. I mean, maybe I can tweak it a bit. Actually, I can tweak it a little bit more here. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Well, hold on. Bum bum bum. I might just be my mic gain in general. Can you kill those pumpkins at your base, please? Pumpkins, my. Oh. Oh, wait. Whoa. Maybe my gain's up too high. No, I can't kill the pumpkins. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nope, still invisible. That's weird. I don't know. I think I'm getting feedback now. Alright. I don't know. That is very interesting. Alright, let me set up a quick little doop. I can hear you slightly better now. Audio's also better. Okay, cool. Trying to think. The only next thing I can do for my audio would be to turn up. Maybe. Well, hold on. Maybe I could do this. Maybe this will be better. It looks like it might be better on the levels. Just need to talk to my mic a little bit closer. Alright. That might be better. We'll see. Oh. Alright. What was I doing here? We were doing that. And that. And then I just need to wait for that to grow. Alright, we'll wait for that to grow then. So the main thing is I need to then make a charger, I would think. Alright. I guess theoretically we could also load up these as well, just to have them. Is it an effect of like armor maybe, Shy? Like maybe you have a set of armor on that gives you effects all the time? I have noticed in this pack, for some reason, there is an issue where some effects do not go off. Like, I think it's a bug. Oh, you found it? Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. I guess realistically, I could probably turn all of these into charged. Jump. I guess... Actually, how to make Certus dust recipes? Oh, charged Certus turns into Certus dust. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Is there a better way to get that? Oh. Oh, that's straight up the easiest way to do it. Wait, why specifically a Zycraft one? Was it you that asked about a tree farm at one point? I don't believe so, no. I don't think tree farms have ever been a need for me at this point in this pack. In fact, it's a non-need because I can just third G it at this point if I want wood. If you were currently have a spruce and acacia tree farm, kind of. Oh, okay, cool. No, I can get any type of wood I need, Shy. Third G has um, yeah, any type of wood I want to make, I can basically just dupe it with third G, so I'm good there. Okay, I can just charge all those because I don't need that for dust. Actually, speaking of dust recipes with the extractor, does it matter? It has to be a flawless budding Xertus quartz for this. Yucky. Alright, we're gonna come see this. Oh, you're not invisible anymore. That's awesome. Alright, where are we going here, Shai? What the heck? Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense, using creepers. Okay, yep. Tree farm, right, yeah. You know what? With all the different creepers, that was a really good way to do that if you want to just spawn mobs. I didn't think about that, but that is really smart. I like it. That's cool. Chest. Netherite chest. You have a little bit of stuff in there. All the constants you can generate. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. That's awesome. You don't happen to have a... What is this? Heart of the Sea? Yeah. Do you happen to have a Heart of the Sea by chance? Just out of curiosity. I can always get you another one if I can always get it back to you. Follow you. Okay. Oh, those. Wait, those drop Heart of the Seas? Really? I'll try. Normally no. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. Is it like a special modded one? Is that why? Oh, Australia. Okay. And it'll just spawn here, not in water. Cool. It may spawn below. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh, I'm gonna die. Nice. Holy, that drops a lot of stuff. Sweet. Thank you. Wait. Wait, what? Yeah, they drop smithing templates. There you go. I don't need it. Nice. Wait, what? Recipe for vegan Miracle Whip. Oops, lol. Now the search box is open. Oh. GG. Welcome, Razor, to the stream. Thank you, Shy. I'll head back home with that. Maybe melt it down a little bit. Wait, you can make these. What mod are you making these mobs with? Question mark. Oh, no, I only need the one heart. Thank you, though. Occultism. Okay, I haven't gotten into that mod before. I might have to try it out. That's pretty fun. Alright, Heart of the Sea. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I just want the one for my collection, mainly. A collection of precious things. Not that I want to ever dupe it in my life again, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Do I have a prismarine already? I might. Oh, I actually need a prismarine too. Sweet. No, I didn't. I haven't. Crap. Oh well. Boom. No, I don't believe Echo Shards are something that I can dupe. I wish, though. Yeah, no, it's not dupable for me. 3rd has some weird things that are just like non-dupable items. Um, I can't think of what they are off the top of my head. Which is not a great example. Oh, like cactus and sugarcane. Like you can dupe all the other like food stuff, but not cactus or sugarcane. And I don't know why. It's very weird. Or like dyes as well, like flower dyes. But ink sacs are fine. That's just so weird. Just a weird thing. Okay, recipes for this. Extractor. Oh, I can use a regular water block. Perfect. Has to be flawless though? That's a bit of a shame. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I can dupe with their skeleton skulls now. But the guaranteed drop is awesome, actually. I'm trying to think here. Extract my gator. Dusty, dusty, dust. Alright. Time to go grab some charged doodads. Yeah, wardens have a little bit more health than I'd like. And they make noises that are scary. Oh no, did I screwed up. Yeah, but they don't damage blocks, so it wouldn't be that bad, I would feel. I feel like a wither's scarier in that aspect, like for base stuff. And the warden, once it goes away, it's gone, I think, for good. Like when it digs back on the ground. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's fair. Oh, I screwed up. I need a crystal now. Okay, maybe I didn't all the way screw up. I could have screwed up worse, I suppose. Kind of surprised this hasn't like grown at all yet. Oh yeah, energy acceptor. And a wrenchy wrench. Alright, I will throw this. Here, I guess. Wait, no, I won't. Crap. Hold on, I think I have a node. Or a connector. Oh no, I don't have a connector here anymore. Where did I put it? Here it is. Yeah, that should be plenty close. Okay, so I threw this. How do I want to do this? I want that there. Want that there then. Want this here, I suppose. Wait, is there like sides to this? Is that why? No, don't be like that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Seriously? Why? Why? I mean, I guess the old ones were kind of like that, where they were faces were sided as well, but I'm not gonna lie, it's so much harder to tell what face I'm looking at on this new model. There we go. It's going way faster now. Thankfully. Holy. For a moment there, I wasn't sure if that was going to grow at all, but that is nice. Is it fully grown already? Wow. Oh, what the? Is that because I use Fortune? That's insane. Me likey. I'm gonna bring the charger up here. Okay, I want to make one of these doohickeys. At least one for now. I guess I don't theoretically need it, but oh well. Okay, let's make more Fluix crystals. I have a shrimp in my pond. That's wonderful. Nice. Suffocating a block. Well, that'll help. Considering they don't take fire damage or anything crazy like that. Alright, we got more Fluix again. What? Silence pickaxes can break? I didn't think silence cools could break. No, my fortune pickaxe. You gotta be freaking kidding me. That's not nice. That was my last one too. Honestly, a rabbit's foot would be better. If you know where I can get a rabbit's foot, otherwise I might just go exploring for one. I found rabbits the other day and I didn't even think to bring them with me. Alright. You don't? Alright, that's fine. Exploring. I meant to go exploring for them already. I just haven't done it yet. So, time for me to stop being too lazy. This is actually a lot slower than I thought. Wait, does this literally need maximum energy in here before it works? Oh, it does? Oh. Warren spawner made. Nice. throw all those in there. Okay, well, actually I need to soak touch this anyway. So we have a good max out cluster for that. Alright. Do I need regular Certus for anything in particular? A little bit of things. Ooh. This is the old school energy thing, isn't it? Primary method of energy network. Makes 80 a tick or 40 tick. Interesting. Man, that vibration changer actually got an upgrade. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm still getting a fair bit of Certus from here, even without Fortune, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I still got like 13, which is a fair bit. Alright, what in the world are we working on now? Probably more growth, except probably more of these. Although this says you can only have one in a network. So like for a charging setup, this is fine, but this is just using everything I give it, isn't it? I should probably restrict this to like, wait, is there not a count restriction on this? It just inserts. It doesn't matter how much. That's a scary thing to know, that this just pulls any energy available to it. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be good or not. Okay, well this is not running out of power, so it's probably not pulling crazy amounts of power, fortunately. Okay, so it's probably fine. 48 echo shards. Holy. I'm just like, what do you need all the echo shards for? Yes, okay. Oh, upgrading spawners. I gotcha. A terminal to make one of these? What the hell? What the frick is all this stuff? I see. Interesting. I guess it's the special material for this extended AE mod. I don't know if I need that in my life, though. Interesting. Oh, this recipe is super simple still. Okay. Cool. Um, cool. So I don't really need that running all the time. All right. Oh man, look at all that. What the fudge? Oh, it's like a one to rule them all sort of thing. That's kind of cool, actually. How do I make this? And lava? Skystone, iron, and chargers, and lava. Alright, I'm down. Now, what was the other one? Redstone as usual. uses. In world. Interesting. Iron. That's what I'm missing. Okay. Like I knew something didn't quite seem right. Sweet. What do I need this for again? I was making something. Don't remember what. Oh yeah, this thing. Okay. Alright, so this guy makes that. Heck yeah. The one to rule them all. Alright, how do I get silicon? Just dust in the furnace, is that right? Dusty, dusty, dust in the furnace first. Alright, let that cook. Alright, so that's cooking. We're getting that. We got the inscriber bit, so the one to rule them all. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the dimensional storage mod in this pack. I looked it up earlier. Don't need that or that. Oh yeah, this was the really hard. And I'm gonna skip that for right now. Don't care about that anymore. Or that anymore. Okay, these are all still relevant to us. Yeah, I'm actually considering growth accelerators. If we can grow amethyst way faster with that, that might be the way to rock. Oh yeah, annihilation plane. Annihilation plane. I'll have to look up how these work. I don't remember. Alright. So now we'll make some bits and bobs. No. Alright, we need more iron. Luckily, before I logged off last night, I got some more iron stuff. More ender pearls than I know what to do with. Yeah, some uses, but not a huge amount. Cool, that should help us get rocking. Alright, other than that, what else do I need for this? Diamonds. Diamonds, gold, Certus. Diamonds, gold, Certus, mainly. Okay, that's easy enough. Well, easy-ish, I should say. Diamonds, gold. And then the Certus that we do have. Alright, so we need gold as well here. Let's pull my coppers out. Let's see if we have any gold here. Negative Ghost Rider. That's a rare. Alright, we'll make some gold here fairly quickly. Yeah, I think today's stream we're definitely going to try to get a way to keep some of these materials on hand, because having to jump around and make them every time is getting a little annoying. Not that I can't handle it, just be a little bit more quality of life that way. Okay. Should be plenty of charge service there. Alright, the hardest part here is going to be getting diamonds made. I could probably convert my emeralds into diamonds. Which I have a fair bit of emeralds from something. But if we take a diamond and our 4 emeralds. Probably grab that temporarily. Transmute. Yeah. Cool. Other quartz if we need it. The fact that this does not grow unless it's accelerated kind of is insane. Unless it's truly just that slow, like all these other ones. Golly, that's nuts to me. But it is what it is. Okay. Six and 7 is 13, so maybe 3 more gold worth. Perfect. I'm not going to get that many diamonds worth out of it, unfortunately. Alright, so we have that done. Get a little bit of that worked on. 12 and 4 is 16, so that's good. That should be a good amount. And then I guess I'll put these next, and then our diamonds after that. Oh, I ran out of fluid. No. It's a sad day. There we go. $13, so maybe 3 more diamonds. We should be good there. That should give us enough of a buffer. Apparently I'm out. That's fine. No big deal. Oh, I wasn't out. Oh well. A little extra won't hurt. Alright. Well. Alright. Well. Annihilation plane. Which is logic processor, so gold, redstone. I probably should just make another one of these. Maybe. Oh, how do I get Fluix dust? Overcharge it. I would rather get more out of it if I could, but apparently not. Oh! Ah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna do that. Gimme. Actually, speaking of which, can I get... I can just use these in here as well. Sweet. Ah, no, that's right, Shy. Now that I know I can just dupe them, it's less of a concern for me. I'm trying to think though. Recipe wise, where's redstone stand on the list of things? It takes 3 low tiered ingredients to make a higher tiered ingredient. I wonder if the transmutation is worth. Probably not. Actually, the Fluix crystal being one higher tier than the others is probably the most fairest recipe I've seen. Because it literally would take almost that much material to craft that into the next higher tier. If you like crafted it normally and then like made the higher tier and then like broke it down back into the lower tier, it'd almost be an equal recipe. All right. I want the annihilation plan. I want to do a testy test. All right. What was I doing? Just recharging this, right? Wait, what? Oh, inscribering it. Oh, I see. Okay. Some nether quartz, which we have. Cool. We might actually have to switch this to the dire collector, just because I am getting sick and tired of having to come down here every time to collect the sucked materials from this area. All right, so Flux Dusties. I'll just throw all of that in there, as well as all but one of these. And then I could throw in like half of each of these. That would just work, right? Yeah. Interesting. should now be able to craft one of these. Oh, right. Yes, I know. Thanks for the achievements game. Alright. Now? Yeah. Alright, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't, but wait, can this not take a filter? Oh, I see. It's the same thing, just different chords. Oh, right. I have to. Yeah. Facade. No anchor. There's a lot of levers in this game. Alright, so we'll throw that there and that there, meaning if I turn this on, in theory... Oh. In theory, this won't break it unless it can insert those items. In theory. And I could be wrong. That is maybe not how that works, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah, boys. Alright, let's watch and let that test itself again. Ideally, I want to throw accelerators on these other sides. Just have one side working, so we can get like maximum power. But yeah, that's a lot of ticks. Actually, you know what we could do? Dripstone lava farm. Just accelerate the crap out of the dripstone. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder what the energy consumed versus the energy produced would be. I mean, theoretically, it would not be all that bad because we could use the vibrating generator things, but does it say how much power these guys consume? It does not say power production, it just says what it is. Early game struggles, am I right? Interesting. Oh, is it? Well, there's also the lava upgrade for the dripping upgrade for functional drawers as well. Oh, it is half a second. Okay, that's fairly quick. That's kind of silly, actually. Yeah, half a second. That's as fast as one needs, really. That's fair. Okay, never mind. Ooh, unlimited lava power. Yeah, that does work. It only gives us 4 at a time, but automated, still automated. Okay, and what was this last one? Alright, so we now have semi-automated stuff here, which is nice. Ouch. Yeah, I'll just throw the rest of the silicon in here. I don't think it's really needed. Alright, so we have basically automated quartz stuff. Loose terms, I know. We have the ability to make processors, which is always good. I'll hold on to that. Never know. Alright. The only thing I can think of on this now is if I were to make more growth accelerators to make that faster. But in all honesty, it's fine. It really is. There's no really big, massive reason for me to go any further with this right now. Because my goal is literally just a molecular assembler. Oh no, we might need a pattern for this, won't we? I actually might be able to just craft this right now. Oh no, I'm short. Short just a little bit. Alright. So with this, if I have Aloe. Oh man, we're full. I do need a pattern. Okay, so okay, I don't want a pattern provider. Why did they make pattern provider? Wasn't the interface what did that already? That's curious. Okay. No, I want the encoding terminal. There we go. It takes a crafting terminal. No. Oh, sad. Okay. Okay. This takes a little bit more work. just a little bit more effort here. Okay, so I'm gonna want A to put all this crap away. B to grab my stuff. Maybe we'll just throw this in the system instead. Alright. Nope. Doom, 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 doom. Dunk. Uh-oh. Hope I don't need any more of that Fluix dust. Wait, what do you mean? I have logic processors in there. The heck? This system is weird sometimes. Alright. Crafting bench. And pattern provider. Pattern coding. Cool. Alright, so we got the pattern coding. Annihilation plane, probably good on that. Storage bus, don't need those right now. Blank pattern, I will need. Glowstone and quartz glass. Alright. Okay, so if I throw the encoding pattern on here, I take my aloe, I throw that in here. It does need power, so Give me copper. Some real basic power gen. Well, that's kind of cool. It automatically outputs as well. Sweet. And honestly, it goes quick enough. Like I'm not concerned about how fast it goes. That's fairly quick. I mean, you could put acceleration cards in there if you need it, but I don't think I would. Yeah, that is literally all I wanted. So the main reason for that, the whole reason I wanted to get AE for that, is I just want to convert this into slime balls. And then we basically need to make... Hold on here. Flashing lights outside my window. I was like, what the heck? But no, it's just stuff. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so now that we can make aloe, I need to make basically another liquefaction cauldron setup. So we can turn the slime. Actually, yeah. Yeah, so we can turn the slime into niter, and then we can digest the niter up or down to make the other mob drop bits. So, what is our rates? Actually, before we get too busy on that, let's also do greenhouse glass. It does take a fair bit of stuff. You only get 2 per, so if we need a 9x9 farm, that's 81. Oh gosh, it's about a stack and a half of. It's about half a stack of this per farm is a low estimate basically. And this is supposed to increase the growth rate of crops under it, I believe. So I think we're gonna go that route. That's why that's expensive for me, is the prismarine shards. Okay, that makes sense. The lapis is honestly the cheap part. I mainly just want to get aloe, the aloe farm that way. So if I do 64 and 16, that's 80. Do that. Alright, so having known that, I need prismarine. Actually, this works out pretty okay, actually. Okay, so... two more liquefaction things. What's this thing called? LIQUE. And copper. Lots of copper. That we do have, thankfully. Alright, so we got a couple more liqueficators. I'm going to set these up temporarily. Server, why you do this to me? I should know better. This happened yesterday too. Okay, so there's 2 liqueficators. We need buckets of salmonic. fuck is a goo juice? Alright, plenty of slime ball. Did not know you could put 3 of those in one thing, even though it makes no sense why you put multiples in that. Actually, let's split this up into 3 as well, just to get this started. Okay, let me. Thank you. Alright, now I'll go turn this into Lapistonia, or whatever it's actually called. Perfect. Alright, now the fun part. I need cyan dye. Don't know how I got in there. Can I bone meal those by chance? That would be nice if I could. No. Very sad day. Dang it. There's no way to dupe them that I can tell. Just composting mainly. Flower headwear, huh? I didn't know we had gateways to eternity. Hmm. Damn. Another fortress loot rolls, not bastion. That's a shame. Very cool though. I like that mod. That mod's very, very cool. It's a shame that I can't have more dye. How did I make this dye? Recipes. Oh, cool. Not what I wanted. Blue and green. Okay, that's not the worst in the world. Oh, that is actually not great though. Hey, we do have Snad. Nice. You know what? I talked about maybe using Dyer's mod as a collector item. this is actually very easy as well. Hold on. Hold the phone. Why is this not able to pull out? I'm confused as why this is not able to pull out now. It's clearly an inventory. Can this just not target it for some reason? Ah, there we go. Weird. So it has like a sighted issue. Huh. I am curious what the range is on this, though. Like if I throw items up top here somewhere. It does get sucked up still. Well, it was worth a shot. No, what I actually wanted up here was just a simple farm, really. That is insanely fast. Okay, I'll have to look at Dyer's one. I haven't taken the chance to. All right, beetroots make red dye. Right. Okay, that might be faster than I ever desired. Can I stop this with redstone or something? Or is it just gonna go for the rest of my life? Alright, good to know. The farm that I'll never need to set up again. And by never, I mean probably not anytime soon. Because that is way more cactus than I needed. Holy. I guess. Hopefully that stuff doesn't tick when it's just sitting there. Suppose we'll make some extra dye just in case. Not that I will need this, but we'll see. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, thank you, Shy. There you go. That's probably a reasonable area. Ah, I see, but it requires an inventory below it. Okay. So it's not quite the best of both worlds, but it is at least a configurable item pickup. Just another reason for me to have to port pedestals, that's all. No, apparently no. Because there's other mod, Logistics.io relies on other inventories. It doesn't store any of its own items, which was what helps make it not laggy at all. The downside of that, of course, being, oh, at least it saved its data. Okay, that's very handy. So moving it was not that big of a deal. But but yeah, I'll have to try the experience pylon later because I don't need that right now. But yeah, so thanks for that, Shy, because I think that takes. Yeah, that would have been kind of a pain to make. So I don't have that set up right now. Got to go. All right. We'll see, Shay. Have a good night. All right. Yeah. It's disappearing, so I imagine it's working. Okay. All right. So that's working again. I need my dyes. I need my beets. Oh, yeah. Beets are upstairs. Need to beat the root. Oh, it's blue and poop. You can garden cloche flowers? That's actually kind of nice. All right, I might actually have to make some garden cloches one of these days. That's actually quite a nice handy recipe. Server restart in a minute here. Okay, so we'll get kicked here shortly. Um, server's dead. Okay. All right. Well, dang. I was hoping there would be a way to make like more blue dye out of lapis, but it appears that is not the case. So we're just gonna have to make up probably half a stack of blue dye, and then we're gonna make the cyan dye from that. That'll be okay. But otherwise, I'm trying to think what else here. Yeah, I want to see how fast we can make the aloe grow. Basically, we might get into some roots at the other half of this episode. Yeah, I think we'll try to touch on roots. We're gonna try to get this aloe farm working as fast as it can, and then tonight after stream I'll probably record the video for Monday morning's upload, and that will be basically converting that aloe with the molecular assembler that we made already into slime balls, and then we're gonna be setting up a melt it down and digest it into the different mob essences. So that will be kind of the plan. Server's taking a little while. Oops. All right, just gotta wait on the server to actually boot back up here. And then I'm trying to think. Last stream we got into some of all the mod stuff, but I think that's kind of a bit of a rabbit hole. Oh, we need to find a rabbit foot still for our fortune replacement. You need a rabbit foot to make the fortune effect on the spells, and that's why I want to go that route. But yeah, I think once we finish all that up, then we'll probably go into a bastion and see if we can find ourselves another template, because that'll be really helpful for getting all the modium. Because I still want to make like a mining world portal thing, because I know the mining world has all the modium, or at least it used to have all the modium in it. So that might be a really good way to go find it. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, server started. Cool. Should be back up now. Sweet. All right. $79. All right, now for the fun part. We need a bunch of the we need a bunch of these. Honestly, the hard part is really just getting the conversion going. The easy part is making them. Alright, so I'm going to want maybe 2 stacks of creature salt. We'll start cooking up the prismarine. Discord be broken and I didn't get ping, so hello late, but hello. Hey, Kirjo, welcome. Welcome. We are in the middle of trying to... So in preparation for Monday's episode, I want to take our aloe farm that we have here. Aloe can make slime balls in this formation, like so. And then I want to use that, convert it into sulfur, and then convert that into other mob drops, basically. So the idea is convert it into sulfurs, convert those or ferment those into niters. So we'll have to make another fermentation thing in our little fermentation. Actually, now that Shy's off, we can go turn that back on. We can go turn this on. Kill our TPS on the server a little bit. But yeah, this is our fermentation room that we're fermenting our sulfurs and the niters here. So we can do that with the slime balls, and then once they've become the blaze rod niter, then that can convert into the gas tier and above, or into the rotten flesh mob drop one and below. So yeah, that's our mob drop niter basically production is the next episode for Monday's plan. I think that would put us in a good spot for then starting to automate all the different things we need. Because like I would really like to get like blaze rods automated and like maybe wither skeleton skulls or something too. And like have leather and whatnot as well available. So yeah, and ender pearls and blaze rods are fairly used. So yeah. Does all the modium have a duplicate recipe with Thurgy? It didn't in all the mods 9. No, all the modium. If we look at all the modium, you can melt it down, yes, but you cannot duplicate it. So you melt it down. So you can triple or process it here. So if I don't want to do mechanism 5x, I can triple it with this. But then if I want to do anything else with it, I can convert it into other things. Interesting. Yeah, the ore is 5x still, I believe. Yeah, ore is 5x and 3x for raw, which if you could somehow get more than one raw per ore, then it just makes sense to get the raw one. But yeah, so I can turn all the modium into any precious metal I want, which is netherite and alchemical sulfur, easnium. I don't even know what easnium's for, but yeah, I can convert it into either of those two ingots, which is probably not worth it. Or, and that's it. I can't convert anything into it. I can just make it into other things. And then, yeah, we can obviously make the ingots. But yeah, so there's no duping of aluminium, which is unfortunate, but I understand why. They've always tried to make their aluminium, like, hard to get, which I get. It's like their endgame material and stuff, but I almost think they go a little bit too far with it sometimes. The hell? Fortune and I have noticed though, Thurgy has some issues where if I click on certain things, it will occasionally just like pop me out of the game. I don't even know why. It's very silly. Oh. Oh, that's why. Wait. No more slime. No making slime. Oh, did I do a dumb? I did a dumb, that's why. Maybe I did a dumb. I don't know, we'll see. Huh, interesting. Might have been functional. No. So 3G has an issue where these vessels, for whatever reason, they don't update them every time they craft something from it. So how the incubator works is it checks the vessels around it and pulls from them. But for whatever reason, they don't update the vessels when they pull items out of them. So a lot of times, if you pull out items from a vessel after they've decreased in value, you'll pull out the full stack, and then it will update in your inventory to the lower stack of what it should be. And that's just an update issue. It's just like I don't know why they're not doing it properly, but they're just not. I think it's because there's no. I think the block doesn't have any indicator, and so they're like, "Oh, we don't need to update our block because there's no indicator on the block of things changing." But in reality, when your inventory changes, you have to update your block regardless. They're just not doing it in world. I think they're doing it in memory, but they're not doing it like in world updating, which okay is maybe better for the world, but at the same time, it's like now you have these weird bugs where it's like updating in people's inventories, and it's very odd. But hmm. But yeah, I mean, I just pulled out these 58, and it came out at 63, then updated my inventory to 58 again, and it's just like should not be doing that, but it does. Silly, silly mod. All right. I'm trying to think here. Oh, I know why server's running slow. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like 3x is honestly fine. Like I don't really need 5x. The only reason I would do 5x in this pack is strictly for all the modium ore. Like I don't think I'd process any other ore with 5x other than all the modium and like vibranium and unobtainium. If I can with those, I can't remember. But like, yeah, there's no reason for any other ores. All the other ores are abundant enough. That's like meh. And even 3x, like you said, like even 3x is almost good enough for all the modium. Like for early game, all the modium, plenty fine. But like late game, when you need a crap load of it, I think 5x is worth setting up for all the modium specifically. But like my ore laser I'm running with stone. Like we're getting plenty of the other ores. Like not a whole lot of diamond, but that's not a huge deal. But like zirconium and stuff, like plenty of zirconium. I'm getting plenty of like iron and gold and stuff like that from ores. Like I could just strictly do this. Like I could just strictly use the ores to process them through 3G. But instead I'm converting ores into the ore salts and then going that route. But yeah, like um, yeah, 3x is honestly good enough for a lot of things. I realize why the server's running just a little bit slow right now. I turned back on the yeah, 5 TPS. Oof. I turned on the where's this TPS meter at? Here we go. Mao's fermentation vat area, 7.4 TPS. Yeah, we have bees, we have trees as well. I'm very confused why my bot is blocking LMAO. I don't understand. And it's not like the Stream Elements bot. Yeah, it's the bot that comes with Twitch. Settings moderation. weird. Okay, that's very odd. I have... Oh, I wonder if this is why. Alright, let's turn profanity swearing down to like... Oh, I don't know if I want to go all the way down to none. Some. I wonder what some is. Um... Okay. I'm lowering the restrictions on some of the custom detect. Apparently, Automod automatically sets you up for like super restrictive chat for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's been lowered a fair bit. I'm okay with like laughing my fucking ass off. I don't. That's such a weird. I mean, I guess maybe technically it's not family friendly, but I'm not really family friendly, so yeah, that was very weird. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is some other uh like cultures like 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 just straight up like uh some like British terms are like bad in the United States, but in reality means different things. It's very funny that it can be blocked as well. Words are all subjective. All right, we finally have like a stack of prismarine. I can start doing some of this automating here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Poop. No, I was too slow. All right. Do I have more sand? Not a whole lot more sand. Oof. How are we getting sand right now? I probably should start some mystical agriculture stuff because, like, getting sand is just so much easier with mystical agriculture like that, and cheaper, not expensive. Oh right, this thing would be really helpful actually, if it's not too expensive. That is. God, I kind of wish we still had like liquid starlight from Astral, because that is such an easy way to get like crap loads of sand. Yucky. I don't want to do that. Nope, no thank you. It's a nice option. Integrated dynamics, yeah, I do. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to take integrated, not have integrated dynamics in a mod pack, just because like it is actually super useful for a lot of reasons. Oh, I need to get more worms too to make worms grow the things faster. I didn't think about that. Why can I not move? I'm stuck. I'm stuck in place. Why am I stuck in place? Why is my arm fucked up? Hello? What the fuck? I'm invisible? Why? Um. Jesus, this game. What the hell is going on? Is it literally just because TPS is so bad right now on the server that it's fucking up everything? I might have to stop my my fermentation a bit. God, this bug sucks. I love using Thurgy, but I don't know if I can stand using this fermentation crap in it, as much as I have been. Well, see, that's the thing, is like it might be dipping into 2 to 3 TPS. I just don't know because I'm not checking constantly. We are definitely down at like 5 TPS right now on the server. Um, so there is a chance that we are dipping lower than that. Let's take my laser wrench and let's go into this hyperbox and turn off some of these fermenters. Let's probably just turn off like half of them. Come on. Okay, that should help our TPS quite a bit. I mean, quite a bit as in double our TPS that we had before. I just want more alchemical niters, that's all. Alright, that should help our TPS a fair bit. Wait, this is already full again? Oh, no, it's not. Come on. No, it's full now. Alright, no, so I have confirmed, like straight up confirmed with a Spark profiler, it is 100% the VATS being an issue. I literally the video that I made, like Crisis Averted, that video was literally made the day I effectively tore down everything up here, making sure that why is this so? Oh my god. Oh right, I was trying out all the mods anymore. Yeah, the Crisis Averted video was literally like I tore down the entire upstairs here, all the machinery and stuff, just to make sure that nothing up here was lagging. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah. So, and I've posted a bug report. I've posted a Spark report for it as well, and it's 100% the VATs. What's happening is whenever they have enough ingredients, they run a check on their recipe every tick, and it doesn't stop until until there's no longer 2 ingredients in the fermentation thing. Theoretically, the only time they should ever check the recipe is when you close the fermentation vat to make whatever you're making. But for whatever reason, they're like, nah, we're going to check it every tick regardless. That's great. That's wonderful. That's pointless because you literally have to close the vat with either your hand or redstone to make anything. So why would you check it every tick? It makes zero sense to me. But it is what it is, I guess. That's how they've done it. That's how they've done it. I just silly. Oh, we got worms. All right, I got plenty of worms here. We should be able to make a few adjustments to this farm. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my like gripe is it's like you literally require people to close your vat. Like there's no reason to check that recipe more than one time on close. Cuz like even pedestal how does pedestals do it? Pedestals crafter technically does check it every time it can craft, so every interval, which is why when you speed up a pedestal, it gets laggier the faster it goes because the checks are just happening more frequently. That's literally what makes pedestals like laggier, basically. So if I really wanted to make laggy, like if people complain that pedestals is like too laggy or something, I could literally say fine, and then make it so that you can't speed up pedestals, which would suck. But at the same time, it would fix the issue. Um, so it's just like it's one of those things where it's um, like yeah, there's no reason to check things more often than you have to. And the weird thing is this is the occultism dev that made this mod. Um, so they've made occultism, but I guess to be fair, occultism is more mobs than machines. That's not my down thing. So I guess maybe that's why they're not used to making like machines that only check at certain times. Because like with mobs, you do have to check with the AI constantly, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, you know, it's a not quite the same ball game. And because it's a occultism dev, I don't really want to give them a pass on it just because it's a new like mod for them. I'm not gonna lie, with how Thurgy is, I don't think I would even attempt. I don't think I'd even attempt to put this on a creep contraption. I think it would just be a death sentence the way it's already been acting basically. Uh, okay, I need sand. Oh hey look, there's sand. There's a lot of mobs outside. Holy. This is why I never come out of my base. Not enough mana. Mana regen 2. No, give me my sand back, you jerk. Oh man. Nothing like 10 TPS, you know? And this is why I only do this when there's no one else on the server with me, because it is unbearable otherwise. Oh man. What's happening here? Wait, is this not actually pick? No, why no work? Shot gave me the item collector, and it's not working for some reason. Well, you know, work. Render area. It is the right area. I'm very confused why the ore was outside of the ore range. Weird. Very weird. We have bellows. We do not have bellows. Shame. Is the server poke, by the way? No, it is not. Nope. I, due to financial reasons, had to stop hosting my own servers. And I've basically had to stop that for about a year now. Primarily recently, I actually lost my job back in September. They did a restructure, and I just didn't make the cut for whatever reason. They also cut. It was weird because it was like, it was one of those. Our company president, long story short, basically, our company president, when they came into office, decided they were going to raise our company stock price like by double, which is good for like all of the like longtime employees who have lots of stocks with the company. Um, so the president's like, oh yeah, we're going to double our stock price. Well, one of their measures to double the stock price, especially post COVID, and a lot of companies are doing this too, is they're cutting off labor force basically because there's just too many people working, and not enough, especially with like Amazon, and they're getting bigger and they're kind of getting into like the shipping business. I was working for a shipping company, as like a like manager, not a manager, but like a efficiency manager type thing, building reports and showing like where the company's inefficient. Basically, is what I was doing. Um, and in a way, I kind of programmed myself out of a job because like we got to a point where we were being fairly efficient. And yeah, that's the thing is I am looking for another good job. The problem is like in my area, no one wants to pay what I was making, which was like $30 an hour. Um, like no company here is big enough at like a corporate level to offer that sort of pay rate, for what I was doing. Because a lot of companies don't need like, I'm not gonna lie, efficiency can be done everywhere. Like every company needs efficiency stuff. The problem is that it takes money to build efficient processes, and a lot of companies just don't value that over just like trying to get product out basically right now. And so I have not been able to find a similar job in that aspect of things. Now there's like other programming gigs, like if people want someone to maintain their website or do like that sort of thing, and there are some of those jobs in the state that I live in, but I don't really want to travel 3 hours away. And a lot of these are not remote jobs either. A lot of these are like you must be in the office, you must be like meeting with our clients in house type of shit. And I'm like sitting here going, I've been working from home, meeting with clients online through like Skype calls and stuff, and Teams and whatnot, for 5 years now. It's like, but a lot of these companies, in the state that I'm at, are 2 to 3 years behind everyone else in the world. So it's just a little unfortunate that they're so far behind the curve of technology things. But it is what it is. I live in kind of a slow place because I like the slow life, but don't like the slow technology movement, unfortunately. So I have been looking at like my options for jobs at this point are like make my own type of job because like there are people that would benefit from like having a website for like their business created because a lot of these businesses like in some of the towns that I'm in and around, they have a Facebook page, and that's their website, so to speak. Getting a virtual job is definitely going to be hard, especially starting out for me because I've been in a virtual position and I have basically 10 years of experience with a like shipping company. It's not horribly difficult to get a near virtual position within other shipping related industries. The problem is I signed a stupid NDA, um, or not an NDA, a non compete clause that basically said for 6 months I can't work for another shipping institution. Or transport institution for that matter. So I'm actually barred from a lot of those industries right now. But it's only for like another 3 months. So it's not like it's horrible. My state, because in America, a lot of states don't allow non compete clauses. But my state is like, nah, non completes are fine. Um, as long as they're reasonable, which apparently 6 months is a reasonable term limit. Now, if it was anything over 6 months, I could probably fight it and get away with it, but because it's a reasonable term limit, it's only barring me from shipping industry, which is 3 or 4 major companies in the U.S. and then transport industries. I mean, kind of exist, but they're not super. You know, they're not all over the place either because you don't need a crazy amount of them. But yeah, it has kind of barred me from the industry I've been in for the last 10 years, and so I am having to like apply my, what I'm good at. I've been a manager before and whatnot, to other industries, and I'm just right now for whatever reason where I'm at. There's just not a lot of places looking for someone with 10 years of experience. A lot of places are either looking for someone they can train up, start them off at like $15 an hour and train them up to a higher wage over the course of 5 years. Um, and there's a lot of other places they're like, well, we don't want to train you and have you leave us in like 3 months either for a better job, because of my non compete goes up in 3 months. So there's a lot of places that don't want to hire me for that reason as well, which sucks as well. But the non compete didn't say something like if you quit and not if you get fired. So the non compete was you only had to sign that to get your separation package. So the way they did this is in it was theoretically looking back at it, I probably should have taken them to court for it. The problem is that they gave us a week's notice for the separation after the reconstruction happened. So within a week's notice, you can barely get a lawyer in time for that. Like barely have time to get a lawyer. And so they required signing the non complete and separation agreement. They required it within like 2 weeks basically, but they said if you don't sign it immediately that they're going to delay your separation money longer basically. So everyone like in my group, I'm pretty sure everyone basically just signed it immediately, as I did as well, because I'm like was at the time living paycheck to paycheck and really couldn't afford not to get paid. And so I just signed it for that reason. Now, if I would have had, say, 5 or 10 grand on hand, I probably could have said, no, F you guys, I'm going to get a lawyer. And there is multiple instances where I could have probably got way more money out of them had I had the funds available to fight them for it, basically. Because, like, the non compete A is BS. Especially in my position, I wasn't really privy to any um, technology or information that could have made me like a threat to the company. Now they let go a bunch of salespeople as well at this time as well, and the salespeople I could see a non-compete makes sense, but for a programmer, I was dealing with data. I wasn't really dealing with like customers, so for me it makes not very much sense. Um, but yeah, they basically said, "Oh, if you want your money, you got to sign this non-compete and separation agreement," which is a load of crap. They also didn't give us enough of a warning. Technically, they're supposed to give you like 40 days notice if you're getting terminated for like separation reasons, and we only got like a week. So technically, I could have taken them to court over that. I could have like whistleblown on them basically. The whistleblowing would have got me about half the money I got from my separation. Honestly, if I didn't have 10 years with the company, I should have whistleblown on them because I would have got more money back for it. But because I had 10 years with the company, I got a fairly sizable separation check. And so I'm like, I don't really want to squander, the money I'm getting out of them at least. But yeah, looking back, I probably could have done more damage to them than just leaving and signing the thing. But you live and you learn. They did say I can't work for them for a year, but if I do work for them, I can go back to being a union employee, which is actually huge. And yeah, hindsight's 2020. Um, so the thing with the company is once you're a manager, you can no longer be a union person unless you quit the company or get separated. In my case, if you get fired, then you will never get hired back at this company. So literally the two ways to get into a union position again is to quit and come back after a year with this company. And so if I want to be a union person, which is if I wanted to stick it to them, so to speak, like if I was mad enough that I'm like, F you guys, I'm gonna like use you and abuse you, and get like my money's worth out of you, I could go back as a union person and be like the worst union person in existence, basically. If I was still like mad at them for whatever reason. I don't plan on doing that. I do like their benefits, and I would be tempted to work like as a union driver for them, because their union drivers total compensation is like 150,000 a year if they've been there for like 15 years. And being at my age, I'm only 30, so for me to get 30 years with the company, I'd be under retirement age still at 30 years with the company. So even if I had to restart, it would not be that big of a deal for me. In fact, it'd probably be better for me health-wise because it's a lot of movement, and I did not do a whole lot of moving as a programmer, and I've definitely felt the weight increase from that. So having a job that is more physical would actually be probably beneficial to me. And the other thing too is like their healthcare plan is incredible. In America, healthcare kind of sucks if you don't have a job or parents that can provide it for you up to the age of I think 26 for most people. But the healthcare system in America sucks, and I've learned more of this now that I've um, kind of been on the flip side of things, where like I've been so used to like them paying my healthcare, and now I'm on the flip side where I don't have healthcare because I'm no longer with the company. But yeah, being on your mom's day graduate is huge because healthcare in America sucks. I technically qualify for up to $1,000 in healthcare a month, um, but that $1,000 of healthcare, that's literally just physical checkups every year, and that's like a $16,000 deductible, which means I have to pay $16,000 before they cover even a portion of my medical expenses after that. The company I was working for had a way better deal. I don't know what their total premiums were for what I was paying for, but like as a union person, you get it for free. You don't pay anything for the medical, and they basically pay like 90% of whatever expenses you have as a union person. As a manager, they only pay 70% of your medical expenses after like a $3,000 deductible, which is not terrible, honestly, considering all the other options outside of working for this company are way more. Like my father-in-law. Hey, Posey, welcome to the chat. We're talking about job loss and how crappy the American healthcare system is. But yeah, just to kind of cut that short a little bit, yeah, some of the deductibles for the marketplace plans is what they're called are absolutely ludicrous, and I totally understand some people's point of view on like why universal healthcare, especially in other countries, is way cooler than America's. Because if you don't have a nice job that can afford like good healthcare for you, healthcare in America sucks. It's absolutely terrible. Um, and yeah, so I totally understand the other side of that coin now. Now that I'm no longer being effectively babied because I'm no longer with the company that I was with before. But yeah, it's just insane to see going from I was paying basically $100 a week for pretty good healthcare to now looking at it going I could potentially be out $400 a week if I wanted the same sort of healthcare, which is insane. You're French, by the way, working in a hotel, so I like the social, but the restaurant side of the thing is hell. I have worked restaurant before. I've worked American restaurant before, so you know you get paid less than minimum wage and rely on tips to get the rest of your wage, which is also kind of a crap system. Um, but yeah, no, working restaurant is hard work. It's not easy stuff. And the fact that you get paid usually under minimum, and then like so, I did delivery restaurant stuff. So I was basically prep and do dishes, and then do deliveries when deliveries come up, and it's insane. Um, you do two jobs for one same wage, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like my previous job, before I became a programmer, I was a manager. And if you want to talk about doing a lot of different jobs for the same wage, be a manager, because you have to be a manager, but you also have to make sure that your store still produces whatever it's supposed to produce every day. Um, and if it doesn't, well, then you're the one in trouble for it. So a lot of times, as a manager for the company I was working for before I became a programmer, um, you know, you do your manager job, you train, you get people hired, you train the people or whatever. But if someone calls in sick and you need an extra hand, guess who gets to fill in and still do their regular job, all somehow within the same amount of time? Yeah, it's being a manager is a fun time. So I understand the two jobs one wage thing a fair bit because as a manager, you kind of have to fill in for your employees, unless you're a union manager, which technically I was, but we're in a small enough center that I could get away with working until the union people got mad at me or saw me, I should say. But yeah, in a restaurant uh, side of things, there's not usually unions, at least not in America, and managers have to fill in regardless, which is another sucky side of that. So yeah, no, two jobs one wage. That's not great. Don't be a manager. Being a manager sucks. It can be good pay, but it can also not be good pay. Because my boss was a full time manager, and the way they do full time managers at my previous job was your salary. You get paid once a month, and you get paid like 8,000 every month. But he was calculating out his hours he was at work versus his pay, and he had calculated 1 year he was basically making $6 an hour because he was just at work that much. Even though he's making 8,000 a month, he was still at work so much that he's making $6 an hour, which is kind of insane if you think about that. But sometimes as a manager, that's just what you got to do. But yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to be a manager for this company again. Now that they've let me go, like I said, I'd go back as a part timer or as a full time union, but I would never go back as a manager. Not again. There's just too many. Like the thing is once you become a manager, you're no longer union, and they can fire you at the drop of a hat, which is basically what happened to me. Um, about Minecraft, what is your advance in the mod pack? So this is all the mods 10. I am pretty much not advanced in this pack at all. Um, I mean, I'm wearing freaking Battle Mage diamond armor basically in Ars Nouveau. I'm still using basic storage. I mean, we're using R storage connected to these barrels. I got storage drawers set up. I just set up some tiny bits of AE, but I'm not going like full AE storage system yet. I'm just doing some basics, some basic crafting is what we're doing here. So my goal in this pack, and I play packs very differently from most people. Most people, actually, for example, let's go to another base on the server. Um, let's go to Root Bear's base. Root Bear gets on once a week now, I think, because he's played so much. Yeah, no. It's weird because in my industry, um, like where I work, like in a lot of places, a lot of people will work and they're like, oh yeah, we want to be, oh, freaking ah. Apparently TPS dipped again. In a lot of industries, people want to be a manager. In my industry, no one wants to be the manager unless you're insane, which I kind of am. But it was good money while it lasted. But no, looking back again, hindsight's 2020 here. If I went to become a manager, I could have been a driver, a union driver. I'd still be there. I'd have probably, yeah, 10 years with the company still, which means I'd have like 6 weeks of vacation, plus I'd be making, um, like $35 an hour plus overtime, which they're pretty much working on a normal week. They work 60 hours a week, and on a like Christmas season week, they'd work like 80 hours a week basically. So yeah, I'm definitely missing out on mega money not being a driver. Instead, I took the manager job, which is kind of silly on my part. I don't know if we're gonna get back on the server, guys. um, Let me quit the game and restart it real quick. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like if you're a people person, being a manager is not a bad job because there's a lot more of like people interaction. But I'm more introverted, and so being a manager for me was stressful as hell. Now, I will say though, in my case, at the job I was working for, I went from making $10 an hour at the time. This was like 10 years ago now. I went from making $10 an hour to making $16 an hour, like immediately. 1 year with the company, I went from $10 to $16 an hour. All of my peers were still making $10 or $11 an hour, and continue to make that money as part timers for like 3 years still. But once they got the full time gig, that's where everyone makes all the money at the company as a full time driver. Oh, fair. Yeah, I don't use Prism. Prism stopped working for me for a while, and then I just switched to something else that worked, and I haven't switched back until this stops working. Then I'll switch to something else. But no, I haven't had a reason to switch to anything else. But yeah, in my case, becoming a manager, I went from $250 a week to like $500 a week in pay. So for me, it was huge. It was a huge bonus. And for me, that amount of money per week was actually worth it, even though it was a extremely stressful job. Now, granted, every 5 years the union makes a new contract with this company, and so it took basically the year before I became a programmer. And when I was a programmer, they paid me like $30 an hour. So I went from like $18 an hour to $30 an hour nearly, which is a massive jump. Granted, being a manager no longer was a bonus, but I was a corporate programmer, which comes with its own responsibilities. So yeah, sometimes the pay for responsibilities was worth it, and sometimes it's not. I'm gonna go home before I crash again. Young and competent is always good. It's hard to respect. Implement some respect. Oh, I see. Like for older people. Yeah, no, that's always I understand that aspect of it. And so the thing with that, especially in a manager position, if you the problem with being a manager, and this is some of the things that people don't usually say, being a manager is more of being a leader, and being a leader does not mean you know everything. In fact, being a leader oftentimes means that you know how to direct things, even though you don't know how things work. Some of your best leaders, say Elon Musk for example. Elon Musk is actually oddly a good example of this. You know, he's known for SpaceX and Tesla and all these cool things. He is technically an engineer, but he's more of a good leader, and he knows where to put people who know their job well enough to make things successful. He himself may not know how to do it from the ground up, from scratch, but he knows people who know how to do that. And so that is kind of the like prime leadership skills there is he knows how to place people to do things, and he knows how to listen enough to get things done. And so that's kind of where respect happens. Is people respect you more for the fact that you're willing to listen and take advice from more experienced individuals, people that are in their 40s and older potentially, even if you are young. So you can, as a young person, still gain and garner respect from older people, but you have to do it in a proper leadership way and not as a like demanding sort of way, if that makes any sense. But yeah, being that sort of leader is a very, very struggle time, and it takes a lot of learning to get to that point. I'm still not at that point, but I got close. I felt. Yeah, exactly. If you know how to redirect talent, that is like one of the keys to being a good leader or manager in that case. Um, Most of the time, a manager, you have to know enough to train a person to do their job. Um, in a lot of industries right now. But if you take pointers from someone who knows how to do it, an expert in their field, and you like say, hey, train under me for the basics, and then train under this guy for the next week or so to learn really how to get it done, all the tips of the trade and so on. That's nice, and that's also why a lot of times companies see managers as replaceable, almost more replaceable than workers occasionally, just because a good manager will know how to leverage workers and a bad manager won't. And so, you can get rid of a bad manager and replace it with a good manager, and your company will do just fine regardless of who's in charge. And really, it's more of you're taking responsibility for the fall more than you're taking responsibility for the gains, is what happens a lot of times, which kind of sucks. And you're really getting paid for the responsibility of everything, and not for actually doing the work and getting it done. But yeah, responsibility pays. That's basically the key here. And that's why a lot of your corporate and higher jobs will pay more, because there's all more responsibilities than a lower tiered job. But yeah. All right. Auto mod. How do I add this word? Sorry, I am still fairly new to this streaming stuff, so I have a lot of things that apparently Automod is catching. Um, um, and so if you get hit with an Automod thing, don't be too afraid. I've been looking at them and noticing them in chat, and I just gotta figure out how to like stop Automod from being so bad. Uh, Automod sets up like a bunch of block terms like automatically, and I'm trying to figure out how to not make it as bad. Let's do that. Let's see if that. We'll see if that helps. All right. Okay. Alrighty. I think I fixed the Automod thing. We'll see. Um. But yeah, no. Companies, and that's the other thing. Like hindsight is 2020. Like I swore basically loyal to the company I used to work for, but nah, fuck them at this point. Fuck, I'm not. That's not a thing for me. They'll use you, abuse you, and let you go. This is how it works now. Although to be fair, not all companies are like this. So, as a programmer, did you learn by school or by yourself? By myself, actually. So the benefit of my company. So my company under the previous president was a company that liked to take individuals. If they were interested in doing something for the company, you could make your own job, so to speak. And they would train you up if they had a position that you wanted to be in, but you didn't know how to do it. They would actually take the time and effort to train you into that position. So that's why I was able to do management at my previous company, is they literally trained me and put me in all these manager training programs to get me trained up to be what was effectively going to be like a business manager, managing multiple buildings effectively is what I was training to be. I ended up taking the programmer gig before that just because one of the opportunities for promotion was basically my company. You had to be 25 before they would let you do like the business manager, over your own like center type thing. And someone else hit 25 before me and took the job that I was looking at, so I took the programming job instead, which ended my operations management path, but it started my programming path to be like a project engineer and a project leader basically. But that's a whole nother path. But yeah, as a programmer, I basically was self-taught up until the point where my company is like, hey, this is how we do our web development stuff, which honestly, web development is super easy. If you know how to use Google properly, you can do web development. It's quite literally that easy. In fact, with ChatGPT nowadays, ChatGPT can write 90% of what you need for web development. And so you need to do very little actual work in web development now. Because ChatGPT exists. It's a wonderful tool, and if you use it like a tool, it does well. But that's also why a lot of companies are also outsourcing their web development stuff now, because it's not as necessary because you can do it with automated tools now. I have a suspicion this is partly why I was let go, as well as multiple other coworkers. For me for like 6 hours and then 2 days. Yeah, that's the start of a sign of a crappy manager is if you're fixing their mistakes and they're yelling at you for it, that's not a good sign. But to be fair, in my experience, I have found and been under more crappy managers than good managers. I have had 3 good managers in 10 years. No, one. Technically, he was a good manager too. I guess 2, 3, 4. Actually, on the programming side of things, I think I've had mostly all good managers on the programming side of things. Just because it was a small team and they're very passionate about their job and passionate more about programming than managing. And so pretty much everyone kind of like he was your manager, but he's technically like your work friend as well. On the operations side of things, I had 2 good managers out of 6 bad ones. So it's like you're more likely going to have a bad manager than a good manager, unfortunately. Um, Technically, I had 1 good manager out of the 6 managers that I had on the operations side. For in 5 years' time, I had 6 different managers, which is kind of ludicrous. One was an alcoholic. He retired shortly thereafter I joined. The other one after him got demoted, basically got a really high position because his parents knew people in the company that got him a high position, but he sucked at being a manager. It's so bad, they demoted him all the way down to HR over the course of like 10 years. So went from a really good position, like a super high, like territory manager type position, over like parts of the country, basically, all the way down to a center level. And then he got promoted from a center level down further because he wasn't doing his job at all. Like he literally, my supervisor was doing his job, and my supervisor, because my supervisor is doing his supervisor job and also the business manager job over multiple centers, my supervisor developed a medical condition from overwork and overstress, basically, and that led to the demotion of this one guy. Worst manager I ever had in my life, but yeah, it was kind of crazy how far he got demoted and then went to HR at the end of it. Yeah, no, media's fine. That's a good place. So the manager after him was technically a good manager, but he was hyped up on caffeine all the time. So technically, while he was a good manager, he was good at like the people part of managing, but he was not good at actually being a good manager of things. So while he was a fun manager, he was not really a good manager. You join Madame Bonne Soiree. Bye. All right, we'll see you later. Have a good one. but yeah, I've had that one hyped up caffeine manager was oddball. Then I had two crap managers after that, and then a really good manager that got me the programming gig afterwards. Kind of gave me recommendations because he'd seen how good of work I was doing. But yeah. 10 years of experience was good experience, but it just sadly doesn't. The sad thing is, like, my manager experience, it doesn't translate to like restaurant industry stuff because I don't have restaurant industry experience. I have management experience. I have really good management experience. I just don't have restaurant specific experience, and so a lot of restaurant jobs that need managers won't hire me because I haven't worked in a restaurant more than like a year, I think, as a delivery person. So sad for me, but it's not that I don't have the experience. And well, the other thing too is like I was making $30 an hour as a corporate person, and a lot of these restaurant manager jobs are paying like whatever 30,000 a year comes out to a full-time salary position basically as a restaurant manager, and I'm just like, no thank you, like that sucks. That 30,000 a year to do basically general manager for a restaurant. No thanks. But it is what it is. The restaurant industry just does not pay people very much, unfortunately. Interesting that McDonald's never would have got back to you, because I feel like they're always hiring people and stuff, but that's kind of odd. Actually, I've had a bit of a struggle. Shit, I kind of shot myself in the foot, so to speak. Um, I when I was originally looking for jobs here, starting in like October, um, I was asking for like $20 an hour because like I knew I wasn't gonna get like a full $30 an hour for any job, so I was asking for like $20 an hour. Like I was hoping, I could get maybe $20 an hour or something. But the problem is in my area, for whatever reason, no one wants to pay above 15 an hour for whatever reason, um, for any job in my area. Unfortunately, now if I travel commute an hour away, I can find jobs that will pay $20 an hour, but they're all manager jobs for restaurant industry stuff. And again, back to that, I don't have the restaurant industry experience. I just have the manager experience. So I'm not getting those jobs either. Otherwise, they're willing to pay like 17 an hour, and some of them have benefits, but very few of them do, because a lot of them are still very small businesses that don't offer good benefits. So if I go 3 hours away, then I can find jobs that are more suited for what I was doing at a more suitable pay raise. The issue with that being is I've bought a house where I'm at, and I really don't want to move to a bigger city that's going to cost 3 to 4 times more money to live in. Because having a house is kind of a blessing, because it's like right now, as long as I have $500 a month from any source of income, I can pay for my mortgage. And then if I have another couple $100, I can pay for utilities. So for under $1,000, I can basically live here, no problem. So theoretically, if I can't find a job for whatever reason, I can just file for unemployment, and unemployment will pay me enough that I can still live where I'm at without too many hardships. Not ideal, not the ideal solution at all, but it is feasible at least. Whereas if I had to commute 3 hours away, well, now I'm using up, hundreds of dollars of gas every week to commute. And I have to figure that into my wage. And so if I commute 3 hours away, I have to make a minimum of like $30 an hour to commute. And that's, even at that rate, that's kind of hard to get jobs. It'd be cheaper to move, and I just don't have the funds to move right now. Maybe I would have had the funds when I first separated from my company, but not anymore. Those funds are now eaten up by mortgage and stuff. But it is what it is. As far as job applying goes, I've applied to a bunch of places. I've gotten some favorable callbacks, but they're mainly wanting me in like after the Christmas season. I'm just like, shit, I need a job like right before Christmas gets here, basically. Ideally, a job before Christmas would be nice. I technically do have like 2 months worth of expenses still, so I can survive like 2 more months. But after that, I'm gonna be hurting. So I don't know if I want to wait for some of these other jobs, so I just keep applying at places and hoping for callbacks, but just not getting a whole lot of callbacks. There's just not a whole lot of jobs in my area that are um, super desperate for work, because a lot of places are cutting back. A lot of the industries are cutting back around Christmas because, for whatever reason, they're just not doing as good this time of year as they do during the rest of the year. But other than retail, but I do not want to work. I don't want to work retail for nobody. I worked retail right out of high school, and I did not enjoy that at all. Okay, why do I just need to increase the range on this? I'm getting sick and tired of this not like working. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Maybe that will help. Okay. But yeah. So my goal is, if I can find a job without unemployment, that pays me decent, that I can enjoy, that's fine. But if I have to start filing for unemployment, I will just start filing for like restaurant and like low end restaurant and retail positions, just to have something. Because as far as unemployment's concerned, if you're able to work, and as long as you can make $13 an hour, they don't care what job you take. And I'm just like sitting here going, I really would not like to make $13 an hour. I really need to make like $15 an hour realistically. So I'm praying that unemployment doesn't force me into a shitty job. So the reason I don't want the breaker, as far as I'm aware, breaks the ore. I do not want the ore broken. I want the ore itself. If the breaker does silk touch, that's fine. Um, but the breaker, if I remember correctly, the breaker does not do silk touch. Is there a silk breaker? I mean, we don't have pedestals in here. In-world importer can do silk. World importer. Oh, right. Yeah, but I'd have to set up that then. Um, oh, that's painful because of diamonds. Yucky. It's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. I guess theoretically, I could set up like, you're right. I could set up like a modular routers or something and use a pickaxe, right? Like that is another option. This is just a like a low tier option for it. Ideally, ideally, this whole system will go away if I just beef up amethyst production. Like quite literally, if amethyst can produce more amethyst. So the thing is I'm using the ores strictly for making chemical salts. I get 3 salt per ore. Amethyst gives me 2 salt per ore, which is not bad either, and it's renewable, right? But the way I'm getting amethyst right now is through the extractor. If we look at amethyst, amethyst in the extractor is producing it once every 60 seconds. Yeah. So if I have a faster way of producing amethyst, then this becomes less of an issue, and I can then use amethyst for all sorts of things. Other like basically, if I can use amethyst, I can use amethyst for mercury, which means I can get rid of all this. I can use amethyst for ore salt, which means I can get rid of all the ore issues. I can really clean up things that way. And having said all that, now that we have the growth accelerators and they just take power, and I'm technically producing passive power using heat generators, theoretically, we could probably just do amethyst for everything. Ars Golem is also something I've thought about as well. It is dealing with an Ars Golem, which is not the most greatest thing. They do make things grow faster, I will admit, that is nice. But I am actually very curious in how the growth accelerator works on amethyst, if it's as fast as this is. Because theoretically, I could speed this up like 5 times fast. And it could be really, really good. All right, let me just turn off my system real quick so Jedi doesn't lag out. Okay, we're up to 14 at least. That's more reasonable. Um, okay, not quite as fast as I'd hope. Okay, greenhouse glass. I need to look up how this stuff works. Um, when placed above crops at any distance, it will cause the crops to grow faster. Okay, the greenhouse glass must be visible to sunlight and must be daytime in order for this to work. Okay, so as long as they're above any crops, oh, twice as fast specifically. Yes, yes. So, I mean, theoretically, yes. Um, the actual editions that we have is a port of the original. Stream is being weird. Oh no! All right. I don't know how to fix this. Hold on. So anytime I have copyrighted, how is this copyrighted? I just showed a Google thing. That's so dumb. All right. Kircho, I might have to end the stream momentarily, and then we'll be right back. Fuck. Well, hold on. I might be able to do this another way. Hold on. Let me pull this window over here real quick so I can still see chat. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fix this in a moment. I don't have any other scenes to go to. Okay, I need to switch a little bit of technical stuff here, I guess. Okay. What's the stupid error say? If you use an iPhone, iPad as input source, please go into settings into RE Central. Okay, so what's this RE Central? I don't have RE Central. Devices, device manager maybe? This is the, I have a stupid, whatchamacallit, capture card that has this error. It's a cheaper capture card, to be fair, which is probably why I'm getting this issue. The question is, where in the hell is this in my device manager? All right, I might just have to restart my computer, which sucks because it splits up my frickin' recording as well. It's painful. I'm not seeing any way I can like reset this, unfortunately. If I just get rid of this, I wonder if it'll go bye bye. No, it doesn't care. That sucks. Nah, poop. I thought I could like deactivate it. Nope, that didn't work. Uh, Dang it, that sucks. Oh. Oh no, I've now screwed up everything. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to. Actually, you know what I might do? What am I using for capture card for desktop gaming? I'm using a off-brand capture card. It was like $50, which is probably why this is happening. Because Elgato's are like $200 to $400, which is absolutely insane. This is like an Advermedia some offshoot thing that was like $50 to $100 or something. It was like cheap, which I guess this is why it's cheap. I guess I could just buy an HDMI splitter and do what it says not to do. Wink, wink, side eye. Whoa! Holy shit! What did I do? Okay. All right. Yep. I'll just have to end the stream here, and then we'll come back for. Actually, no. We might just end it here for good. Because it's only half an hour till the normal end of stream. So, a little sad, but it is what it is. Why am I not capturing it via software directly? So I have a 2-computer setup right now. So my old computer is doing the streaming. My new computer is doing all the game playing. That is why. Yes. Um, yeah. So fun times. Extra complexity. But yeah, I think Kirajo, we're gonna end it here, and then I think we'll come back tomorrow around the same time. So with that for me, it's yeah, I'll try to jump on about 6 o'clock Central Standard Time again. So tomorrow, and then we'll do things then. So yeah, have a good night, Kirajo, and everyone else on stream. We'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.